love me wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly. Hopelessly doesn't seem to make much sense now, does it?
Cecily.
The book goes way, sir.
Tell her to come around next week, Merriman, at the same hour.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Jack would be very much annoyed if he knew you were staying until next week at the same hour.
Oh, I don't care about Uncle Jack. I don't care about anyone in the whole world but you. I love you, Cecily. You will marry me, won't you?
You silly boy, of course. Why, we've been engaged for the last 3 months.
For the last 3 months.
Yes, it will be exactly 3 months on Thursday.
But how did we become engaged?
Well, ever since Uncle Jack first mentioned to me that he had a younger brother who was very wicked and very bad, you, of course, have formed chief topic of conversation between myself and Miss Prism. And of course, a man who is much talked about is always very attractive. One feels there must be something within him. I dare say it was foolish of me, but I fell in love with you, Ernest.
Darling, and when was our engagement actually set?
On the 22nd of last March, worn out by your entire ignorance of my existence, I determined to end the matter myself, one way or another. And after a long struggle with myself, I accepted you under this dear little tree here. The next day, I bought this little ring in your name, and this bracelet with a true love stone on it I promised you to always wear.
Did I give you this? It's very pretty, isn't it?
Yes, wonderfully good taste, Ernest. It's the outline. And in this box is where I keep all your darling letters.
But my letters, my sweet Cecily, I've never written you any letters.
You hardly remind me of that, Ernest. I remember only too well I had to write them for you myself. I wrote always 3 times a week, sometimes oftener.
Oh, do let me read them, Cecily.
No, I couldn't possibly. They'd make you far too conceited. The 3 you wrote me after I'd broken off our engagement was so beautiful and so badly spelled that now I can't even read them without crying a little.
But was our engagement ever broken off?
Of course, but hardly a serious engagement if it hadn't been broken off at least once.
What on earth had I done? I had done nothing at all. Cecily, I'm very much hurt indeed to hear that you broke our engagement off. Particularly when the weather was so charming.
You mustn't worry, Ernest. I forgave you before the week was out.
That's what you are, Cecily.
You darling boy, I do hope your hair is straight naturally.
Yes, darling, with a little help from others.
I'm so glad.
You'll never break our engagement off again, will you?
I couldn't possibly now that I've actually met you. Besides, there is always the question of your name.
Yes, of course.
You mustn't laugh, Ernest, but I've always dreamed to marry someone whose name was Ernest. There's something in the name that inspires absolute confidence. I pity any married woman whose husband is not called Ernest.
But my sweet Cecily, you mean to say you could not love me if I had some other name?
But what name?
Oh, any name you like. Algernon, for instance?
But I don't have the name Algernon.
But my sweet, dear, loving little Cecily, I don't see why you should object to the name Algernon. It's not all that bad a name. It's rather an aristocratic name. Half the chaps who end up in the bankruptcy court are called Algernon. But seriously, Cecily, if my name were Algie, couldn't you love me?
I might respect you, Ernest. I might admire your character, but I'm afraid I could never give you my fully, undivided attention.
Then your rector here, I suppose, is thoroughly experienced in the rites and the practices and ceremonials of the church.
Oh yes, Dr. Torsville is a most learned man. He's never written a single book, so you can imagine how much he knows.
Then I must meet him on a most important business.
Are you going to leave?
I shan't be away for more than half an hour.
I find it rather harsh of you to leave me for so long a period as half an hour, Ernest, when we've been engaged for the last 3 months, and I've only met you today. Couldn't you make it 20 minutes?
I'll be back in no time.
Terrible boy he is. I do like his head so much. Into my diary.
Miss Vernon actually just wanted to see Miss Worthing on very important business to Miss Fairfax Estates.
Isn't Mr. Worthing in his library?
No, Miss Worthing went off in the direction of the rectory some time ago.
Well, pray ask the lady to come in, and late tea as usual.
Yes, miss.
you like sugar?
No, thank you. Sugar is not fashionable anymore.
Would you like cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter. Cake is rarely seen at the best houses nowadays. You have filled my tea with lumps of sugar, and now I most distinctively ask for bread and butter. You have given me cake. I am known for the gentleness of my disposition and the sweetness of my nature, but I warn you, Miss Cardew, you may go too far.
To save my poor, innocent, trusting boy from the machinations of another woman, there are no lengths to which I will not go.
From the moment I first saw you, I distrusted you. I felt that you were false and deceitful. My first impressions of people are invariably right.
It is clear to me, Miss Fairfax, that I am trespassing on your valuable time. No doubt you have a call of similar nature to make somewhere else in the neighbourhood.
Ernest! My own Ernest!
Gwendolyn, darling.
A moment. May I ask if you're engaged and married to this young lady?
To dear little Cecily? Of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
I knew there must be some misunderstanding, Gwendolyn. The man whose arm is at present round your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Worthing.
I beg your pardon.
This is Uncle Jack.
Jack! Oh!
Here is Ernest.
My own love.
A moment, Ernest. Are you engaged to be married to this young lady?
To what young lady? Good heavens, Gwendolyn.
Yes, to dear heavens, to Gwendolyn.
Of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
The man who is currently in front of you is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief.
Algernon Moncrief. Are you called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Oh,
Is your name really John?
I could deny it if I liked. I could deny anything if I liked. But my name certainly is John. It has been for years.
My poor wounded Cecily.
my sweet wronged Gwendolyn. Of course. There is just one question I would like to be allowed to ask my guardian.
And as we are you, Mr. Worthing, there is one question we would like to be permitted to put to you. Where is your brother Ernest? We are both engaged to be married to your brother Ernest, so it is a matter of importance that we know where your brother Ernest is.
Gwendolyn, Cecily, it is very painful for me to be forced to speak the truth. It is the first time in my life that I have ever been reduced to such a painful position. And I really am quite inexperienced in doing anything of the kind. However, I will be quite frank. I have no brother Ernest. I have no brother at all. I never have had a brother. And I have not the smallest intention of ever having one in the future.
No brother at all.
None.
No brother of any kind?
Not even of a kind.
Cecily, I think it's clear. Neither of us is engaged to be married to anyone.
Definitely one of the most unpleasant positions for a young woman to find herself in.
Let us venture into the house. They will hardly come after us there.
baptisms at all this afternoon?
I don't think that as things are now, it would be as much practical value to either of us, Dr. Chaucerville.
I'm grieved to hear such sentiments from you, Mr. Worthy, to say that your liturgical views of the Anabaptists, and views that I completely refuted in 4 of my unpublished sermons. However, as your present mood seems particularly secular, I will return to the church at once. Indeed, for the past hour and a half, Miss Prism has been waiting for me in the vestry.
Prism? Did I hear a Miss Prism?
Yes, Lady Bracknell, on my way to join her.
Pray, let me detain you for a moment, for this may prove to be of vital importance to the Lord Bracknell and I. But is this Miss Prism a female of somewhat repellent aspect, remotely connected with education?
She's the most cultivated of ladies, the very picture of respectability.
It is obviously the same. And may I ask what position she holds in your household?
I'm celibate, madam.
Miss Prism Lady Bracknell has been for the last 3 years Miss Cardew's esteemed governess in Valley.
Despite of what I hear of her, let her be sent for. I must see her at once.
She approaches, she is nigh.
I was told you expected me in the vestry, dear Canon. Have been waiting for you there for an hour and 3/4.
Prism! Won't you come sit here, Miss Prism? Prism, where is that baby? 28 years ago you left Lord Bracknell's house at 104 Grosvenor Street Square in charge of a perambulator containing a baby of the male sex. But you never returned. Weeks later, through elaborate investigations by the Metropolitan Police, the perambulator was discovered in a remote corner of Bayswater, containing a 3-volume novel of more than usually romantic sentimentality. But the baby was not there. Prism, where is that baby?
Lady Bracknell, I admit with shame, but I do not know. I only wish I did. The plain facts of the case are these. On the morning of the day you mentioned, a day that is forever branded on my memory, I prepared, as usual, to take the baby out of its perambulator. With me I had a somewhat old but capacious handbag, in which I had intended to place the manuscript of work of fiction that I had written in my few unoccupied hours. In a moment of mental abstraction, which I can never forgive myself, I deposited the manuscript in the bassinet and the baby in the handbag.
But where did you